cheese, you're a cheese, you're a cheese, you're a cheese. From the hard and the soft to the blue and the white. You're a cheese, you're a cheese, you're a cheese, you're a cheese, you're a cheese. You're a cheese, 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 you're a cheese. You're a cheese, 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 you're a cheese. You're a cheese, 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 you're a cheese. You're a cheese, 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 you're a cheese. You're a cheese, 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 you're a cheese. You're a cheese, 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 you're a cheese. You're a cheese, 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 you're a cheese. You're a cheese, 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 you're a cheese. You're a cheese, 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 you're a cheese. You're a cheese, 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 you're a cheese. You're a cheese, 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 you're a cheese. You're a cheese, 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 you're a cheese. You're a cheese, 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 you're a cheese. You're a cheese, 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 you're a cheese. You're a cheese, 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 you're a cheese. You're a cheese, 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 you're a cheese. You're a cheese, 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 you're a cheese. You're a cheese, 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 you're a cheese. You're a cheese, 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 you're a cheese. You're a cheese, you're a cheese.
My stream deck is just out of reach. Evening, everybody, and welcome back to Call of the Wild. We did have this on the schedule a few weeks ago, but due to illness and weather, it kept on getting pushed back and pushed back. So this week we're trying to catch up on all those streams that we previously had on the thing. But welcome in there, JD, Gary, Happy Cat, and Jim. Welcome in, and Mr. Smith as well. Now tonight, I'm hoping the game is going to work because this is the first time I fired up the game in months, and I got a whole string of error messages and notifications. If it doesn't work, then I suppose we'll play Dune. Right, let's have a look. So, as you know, I used to play this game. I think this is the new one, isn't it? I used to play this game every single day. Type reserve, private, allow that. What's that mean? Dog? I don't know what that is. There's been all sorts of updates, but I've not kept up with it like I used to. Actually, what is the epic keybind that you need to do to see how many hours you spent on a game? I'm sure there's. Oh look, the rocket ship is going past the mountains. Cause I don't think it's the same as Steam. I can't think what it is. It's not like Alt and F3 or something like that. I don't want to do the Alt and F4. But there's some keybinder of it that you can. It brings up because it's very, very difficult to access the achievements. I find on here as well. Let's start the game though. I know this is a new map. I have not looked up any of the details. That looks very pretty though. Other than it's in Canada. This has been my first time firing up into this map. So what could possibly go wrong? Hooray for Google. But yeah, this be the new map. Now, do I have all my weapons just to be sure? Got this one. Got one of my favourites. I still like the single shot, I think, more. The triple shot is handy, but I do like the single shot. I'm tempted to get my musket out. But this looks very pretty. That looks really nice, that, doesn't it? I'll try and grab a screenshot. Screenshots don't work like that. Hang on. There's a keybind I can press, isn't there? I can't remember half the controls. There we go. There's a nice desktop background for everyone. Papa Soup, welcome in there as well. You're the elusive red deer. The elusive red deer, Gary. Shift and F3. Okay, let's try it. Right. The little sidebars come out. Achievement. You guys can't see this because it's on the ultra wide. So apparently I have 70 of the achievements. Probably because I haven't completed all of the single players. Because I was saving the single players for doing them on stream, but we never really got round to it because I kind of stopped playing.
Hello, I have been born.
He has been born. But welcome in again there, Papa Soup. Let's have a little look. This menu doesn't tell me. Maybe it's... Oh, hang on. I think you have to have the game exited. I'm not going to do that, though. If I remember at the end of the stream, I'll exit the game because I think there's something, a side menu on here. The 3 dots. But because the game is running, I can't click on it. If we remember at the end of the stream, we'll take a look. Let's have a look at the map though, to see what we're looking at here. I don't even know what animals are on this map. That is how much I've not looked at it. But we're going to try and get the viewpoints if we can. Oh, what's that? Is that a different symbol? Oh no, it's just because it's a combo. It's a combo. That's alright. I thought that was something different there. We're going to try and get these viewpoints in the houses. That's like the priority. If we can get all the other little bit and bob as we go, then good. Hang on. Confused myself here because the way you play this game is use the keyboard, the mouse, and the controller simultaneously. Because that's the way I play anyway. Welcome in, Mr. V. Mr. V is fully lubed and streaking through the streets tonight. Welcome in, Mr. V. I don't even know what animals we're going to see tonight. What animals are native to Canada? Where's Sam and Frodo when you need them? Yeah, let's try and shoot Frodo. We can't hunt the chickens. Terrible. Evening, Crispy, and welcome in. Oh yes, yeah. I'm sure I remember to enable it, Happy, so you guys can take a shot. So, actually, can we see anything around here? We're gonna have a little look in this house. Oh, what we got? We got bears. That's a female bear. Monteban elk. But there'll also be a Hunger Games in progress. Moose, bears, and raccoons. Oh, there'll be raccoons on this map. But exclamation mark HG and volunteer as tribute in the Hunger Games. Yeah, if you want to try and take a shot with stream delay, and we'll test to see whether or not the fire command works, because I don't know if it works or not. I didn't have any time to test it because somebody was making me play Dune this afternoon. Not mentioning any names, but his font color is kind of like a mustard color. Damn the lag. No, it's a point redeem. With your channel points, you can redeem fire the. It's similar to when we do the grenades on Cyberpunk, where you guys can throw the grenades. Oh, did you get it? Who got it? Who got it? Oh, I think we just frightened it. I don't think you got it. Oh, there might be wolves. Grenade. Let's have a little look in the house and see what inside the house looks like. Please seat yourself, and a server will find you. Ooh, can we get a cup of tea? Or I bet they drink weird stuff over here. Trying to remember what all my controls are, because
Ladies and gentlemen, we have our victor, the winner of the Hunger Games. Happy_cat_lady. The bubble wrap warrior. Happy_cat_lady wrapped themselves in a cocoon of bubble wrap and bounced around the arena, remaining unscathed while others were left bruised and bewildered.
Happy cat murdered Papa Soup. Yeah, I've got like hundreds and hundreds of hours in this game, and because I've been so out of touch with it, I can't remember half the controls anymore. Let's have a look on the ground floor and see what's here before we start our hike for this evening. Should I get my musket out? As it were. You smell sus, do you? Is there a door to get? Have we just walked past the door? Frodo. One thing I've noticed though, that these pictures I do remember these from the other maps, so they're definitely recycling assets rather than making some new ones. But I do like this picture of the boat. What's with the crocodile? Oh, does the shower work? That's a Algo gel 65%. You want to drink it? So is this the bed that we sleep in for? No, it mustn't be. It must just be here. Can we open all of these? We can't open that one. Let's keep going through here. Who keeps Lou roll in the bedroom? What was it? Oh yeah, so it oh wait. No, how did we test it? How did we test it? I'm a Huntress main ultra killer. Do you play this one, There, crisp you. It's out here. I'm not sure where we're... this is our room. Okay, this is where we've got our equipment. Let's take a little look. Storage. Right, I don't have much in the way of carry capacity. Should I put my Ranger away and swap it out for my musket? I'm keeping the 7mm. I'll get rid of the Ranger for a little bit, and hopefully my musket will fit in it. Have I got enough carry capacity? Okay, what ammunition does the musket take again? Ammo size 1. Booze. I'm guessing the musket probably takes the 50 cal rounds, or maybe it takes those. I'm gonna gamble that it takes these. Right, let's have a look on here. Where is it? We put it in our inventory, didn't we? Oh, there it is. Does that scope fit on there? No, it doesn't. Oh, hang on, they've done something with the scopes. The menu for the scopes, that is. Right, put that back. Hang on, what the hell just happened there? Does that fit on there as well? Right, no, just checking. Ammunition. Where'd that 50? There we go. I'm guessing this doesn't have a scope. I'm hoping this is the right rifle. Yeah, look at that puff of smoke. Let's reload it. Because you gotta go for all the stages with it. Oh, you don't want any of that coffee stuff, Papa Soup. You want to go straight for the cup of tea. Phasma Call of Duty. Oh, is that Death by Daylight? Let's head back out on here. At the minute, I've been playing tons of Dune. That's been my go-to game for the past week or so. Evening, Bart Doan, welcome in. Let's have a look and get exploring. Right, where should we go first? We need a tower to get us started. Try to decide what way. Shall we go... Let's go counterclockwise. And I think we'll head in this direction. We'll make a line for that. And see what we see along the way. So how long is that? That's 2 kilometers. No bother at all. It does look really pretty, this though. It is running a little bit smoother than what it was last time I played as well, so I'm assuming whatever was glitchy in it, they patched it out. We're now at a reasonable distance. Oh, what was it? Hang on. Where's my phone? At least this game has auto walk, you know. I'm just going to put the control down for a minute. We'll just continue walking in a straight line. I found something on my phone. I can't remember what it was now. Oh, that wasn't. No, it wasn't a murderous thing for Happy Cat, but it. Hang on 2 seconds. Right, where's Discord? Makes a change. It wasn't a murderous thing for Happy. What we got here? Oh, I just opened my phone and realised that I wrote running 10 minutes late in the wrong chat. I put it in the moderation thing because I just quickly opened my phone with one hand, didn't look what I was doing. So, yeah, that message was supposed to go on the schedule thing.
Berries and cream. Oh, hurrah. Berries and cream. Berries and cream. Papa Soup 60 loves berries and cream.
Berries and cream. If I'm fed, I don't bite. But then I'm always hungry. And dog fuss time. Yeah, someone. There we go. I put this thing. I just saw this car, Pink Panther car, and just immediately think, oh, I've got to share that with Happy. Yes. Hashtag blame Gary. I did indeed mute myself. How long ago did I mute myself? Did I say welcome in Mystical? And this is technically not SnowRunner. It's more of a snow jogger. Definitely Frodo's fault. No, you didn't. Well, welcome in again there, Mystical. You joined us for, I was saying, not so much Snow Runner or Snow Walker, it's more of a Snow Jogger. I muted it for a second because I couldn't remember if there was any copyrighted music on that video when I posted it to Discord. I didn't want it to come through on the mic. I know we just started on this map, but whenever I see a peak, I have to get to the top of it. Oh, look at that. Someone never checked these rocks. They're floating. There's so many places on all the Call of the Wild maps that I've gotten to that you're not supposed to get to. On the first map, there's a place that I've been trying to get to for a couple of years. I just cannot get up this particular mountain. I've got ones on all the other peaks, but not on this one particular peak. Let's just check. I'm just making sure I'm not like out of bounds or anything like that already, like at the edge of the map or something. I'm trying to do the old, the Skyrim jump. Oh, hang on. Oh, that's why I'm getting myself mixed up, because it's that's the jump button on this game. Oh, it's all going well today, isn't it? There we go. But yes, welcome to the new map. I can't remember what the new map's called, but we're in Canada somewhere. We do have a lovely view from up here. I definitely like the look of this map. And that the game is actually running smooth, because after the last update it wasn't running smooth. the frame rate was all over the shop. Yeah, pressing the right button on the controller has definitely made it a tad easier. There has to be a way up there. Oh, not this way though. I will get to the top of that peak. Let's crack on though. We'll go to that viewpoint and we'll start getting the map opened up so we can have a look. There's some more mountain goats. Oh, you can just see them running there in the distance, but there's no way I can get them with this musket. What's that? A dusty grouse. If I shot that with a musket, there'd be not really left of it. Oh, question. Is the new background music playing? I made some new music for this game because I'm transitioning away from all the license free music from YouTube because some of the people who licensed the music for free are now dropping it all out. So we're making all our own stuff. Oh, hang on, JD and Mr. Smith. Oh, hang on, no, wait. Mr. Smith's on his way home, isn't he? He'll be back in a few. There's a new record, but we've got to wait for Mr. Smith before we can play it because it concerns Mr. Smith and JD. But yeah, we'll wait on the jukebox. And fingers crossed that it's there on the jukebox. Added extra controls because AIDA pulls from the pool of the records for the jukebox, picks 8. But I hadn't added an extra control so that I can keep refreshing it. Then I go and check the code to make sure that it's been put in to see what's been put in there. Because every time I try to do it manually and overtype it, AIDA doesn't like it and she crashes. So I have to wait until she's willing to put it on the jukebox. Evening, Eddie, and welcome back, Mr. Smith. Whilst I'm doing this 1.4 kilometer jog, would you like to play the new record? Exclamation mark jukebox, and I want to say it's on track 4, but it might not be. No, says Eddie. It's not about cheese. Don't worry, there's no cheese in this new record. Just wait. JD's here. Wake up, JD. Yeah. Number 4. I might revise the title of it though. But yeah, track number 4. Wake up, JD. Down the hill we go. I think you know where this is going. I don't know what you could be implying. But track number 4 is the new record. We spy the map. That's what I like. Auto walk. We can just crack on. I tell you what, we're going to make a slight course correction and we're going to go for this question mark as well whilst we're on the way. There we go. Oh, you're happy. You must have enough points to redeem the record, Mr. Smith. Or are you still dubious about listening to it? Oh, a ring-necked pheasant. The pheasant on the New Zealand map, I think, was the first diamond I ever got. Oh, Eddie redeems track 4.
Self-control. You never flip, you never score. Just backward rolls across the floor. The clock strikes 2, the fight begins, but your team already lost again. The life calculated with a grin as your final loss sinks deep within. The sacred rule you always break if you return before match stake. Before 3 bells you're marked by shame. Another tournament lost in vain. You chose Kaiden over Rex. And now the stars reject you. JD watches, JD waits. JD wants more. Rex is dead and Kaiden thrives, but not within 1,000 lives. Mr. Smith, reverse your fate or meet the plumber reducing gate. Try forever, shame your kin. Shady punishes your every win. So now you roam the silver pitch with broken pride and fractured grace. For every match you fail to win, another tribute must begin. Reverse eternal, cursed and free. The ghost of Rex still watches thee.
Yes, the ghost of Rex is still watching. There we have Mr. Smith's new record. Yeah, Mr. V though, 100% wolves. That was a wolf pack that luckily we kind of scared off a bit with there, because there is like the whole aggressive thing now in many of the animals. Oh, there's a moose. And Eddie is also fully lubed and streaking. You, Mr. Smith approves the song. Papa Soup was moved to tears by the song. I've been having way too much fun with with this new tool and all the records now that we've made. Fun putting together all the lyrics and actually being able to get them to sing the lyrics once we put them together. Never mind your chopping onions. I'm sending that to my Rocket League friends. They will have a giggle. Yeah, remind us to put to put the video on Discord later on. Sometimes it takes me a couple of days to remember. But yeah, if you remind us, and we'll make sure we get it so that they can have a listen as well. Here we go. Our first viewpoint, though, that'll give us a clue as to where we're going to go next. Evening, Shane. Welcome in. Ooh. Really? There's nothing here. Very sparse. We said we're going to go counterclockwise, didn't we? I'm wondering if we should go this way and then that way. I think that would be a good idea because there's a house there. So we're going to place marker. We'll walk down here. How about if there's nothing else here? But it's snowing. Right, where are we walking to next? 800 meters that way. A lot of hiking in this game. I said I used to play every night, but unfortunately it was spoilt for me. Because the amount of hours, the amount of time that I put into this game every single day for 2 years just playing this game. Oh, there'd be an old moose pooping here. $700 meters. I would like to get on and do all the single player campaigns, but I wanted to do them on stream, but obviously that never got through. And the first map as well. mission I'm on just would not complete in the single player like campaign sort of thing. What we'll go to here, redneck thingamajigs. Hang on a second, let's just go down here. Yeah, we just need like a sled so we can slide down. Oh look there, can you see it? What weapon have I got? I could probably obliterate it with the 7mm. If we fancy taking a look, because I'll never get up close to that with the musket. What's the range? 180. How do I change the range again on this? I had it on a keybind on my mouse. 150 meters. Where are you, birdie? Right, one of those is the male. Let's see if we can get it. I don't think we will, but you know. Nope. Possibly we hit a tree like as well, to be fair. We'll say 150 meters. Oh, it's on the move. Yeah, I think we just framed it. Yeah, we definitely didn't kill it. Right, back to the musket anyway. Did I have that in slot 3? No. Slot 4. There we go. What could possibly go wrong? Oh, hang on. Look at these Muppets. With 25 minutes for this thing to Specsavers having a sale. I can only imagine what a Specsaver sale must be. Bloody robbing bastards they are. Because I think with my glasses, because I got my first glasses last year, and I think I need something with a little bit of a wider frame. Because the frame doesn't half obstruct my view. But I didn't want to get any sort of expensive frame or anything like that. With it being my first ones, this is kind of like the trial and error phase, so I can decide what I like and what I don't like. Then when the next prescription comes down, like a window. Yeah, if we could just fit the lenses to the... I'll tell you something, right? There's this little gadgety type thing. It's a special sort of magnifier. I would love to get one. And I had a look because I figured, oh, surely they can't be expensive. And then it's like $200 to $400. I figured, what? Never mind. But it's basically think of a triangle, and it's got fiber optic cables at either end, and the light goes up it, and it makes it look like the thing that you're magnifying is actually at the tip of the thing that you look at, the little triangle thing that you're looking at through. Objects look really, really cool through it. Ooh, what's this? There's something or other elk that I can't pronounce. Where are you, elk? Come and play with us. Preferably close range. Sci-fi specs, yeah. Oh, hang on. I'm gonna have to try and look at what that thing is. Hold please, because it'll bug me. Fiber optic magnifying lens. Oh, something big's coming. Oh, what's happened there? Why is it running so slow? Right, hang on. Yeah, so this is one. So you see that it's like a normal sort of like lens thing, and that's what it looks like when you're looking like directly down on it through one of these ones. I just think it looks really, really cool. Well, these pictures aren't really the best, but yeah, if you just look it up, you're bound to find some videos for the fiber optic magnifying lens. It looks really cool. Another nice view up here. So where's Sam and Frodo? Did you guys say there might be raccoons as well on here? Why is there never any squirrels? Why can't we shoot the squirrels? I don't think we'll get all the points tonight as we're walking around. I have a feeling it's not like the last map that came out, from what I remember, was really, really small. And I think we got around it because it was mainly focused on birds. Quite a few of the maps in the last couple of years, there's been a lot of them that have been like really heavily focused on birds. Right, let's take a look. So we're going to make our way over to here next. Place waypoint. So we'll go down there and then we'll see what we can see, and then the idea is then that we'll go round here, and I think tonight we'll probably maybe only get up to here, depends how long it takes us to walk. We're a bit far north for the California for the beavers. Might be a different sort of beaver down here. Oh. That screen is not dissipated. There we go. That water's never good. It'll be frozen solid. Let's have a look at the map. I wish more games had an auto walk. What game was I playing the other day where I was wishing it had an auto walk? I suppose Dune would probably be good with an auto walk. Uh-oh. Okay, it must be a bit too cold there. But also there'll be a Hungry Games in progress. Will Happy Cat destroy you again? Exclamation mark HG to find out. And volunteer as tribute. Oh, I'm definitely dead in District 2. Mass panic and press the wrong button. What could possibly go wrong? I tell you something though, I having the flappy now, oh, that's made things so much easier for getting around. Granted, there is like limitations of storage, shall we say, but just for cracking on with some of the missions, it is just saving a lot of time. I think it definitely saved us, like, gathering all the resources like Gary. A lot easier. And then I moved base, and I'm further north. Oh, that's what I was going to ask you, Mystical. There's a base that I thought it was Jim's base, but then, you know, Jim's base is a little bit further north. Is your base, or possibly old base now, just south of the anvil? Because I've driven past it like loads of times, and I've walked past it loads of times, and I'm thinking, who set up camp there? But also there'll be a there'll also be a Pokemon on the loose.
We have our victor, the winner of the Hunger Games,
Mr. V.
The marshmallow mishap. Vvormth managed to win when Papa Soup 60 completed the contract and eradicated the Morpeko infestation at the airport using the sniper rifle.
Well, hang on, who was it? Because Papa Soup destroyed the Pokemon, winning the day. And I missed who won the Hunger Games. I think it was Mr. V won the Hunger Games, but who was the one that died first? Oh, Papa Soup died. So maybe Papa Soup died killing the Pokemon. Ada needs to lie down.
All together. I think AIDA needs a lie down.
I know I need to lie down. It was a difficult one tonight getting Chippy's settled into our bed tonight. Our little leg must be giving her a lot of pain, much like mine. I didn't know that knackered hips were contagious. I tripped over the pillars. How many times has Mr. Smith been killed though on Dune? And Gary as well. Gary, how do you manage to get eaten by the worm all the time? Wormy never bothers me. Papa Soup wasn't even on the list. You were just making sure that he knows that he's not going to not to mess around, so he doesn't end up on the list. I was playing chicken yesterday, getting it says flour sand. My head just keeps on reading it as floor sand. The one must have been fuming. There's a little bit in the centre of the map where I've been going for the floor sand, as I'm going to continue to call it, where you can pretty much get it in complete safety, and you don't have to worry. Because I had to go while we were all watching Dune on Discord last night. I was just gathering resources. You know, I went for an aluminium run. I went and got a chunk of iron, which I used up straight away, and a few other bits there. A warning. So it drops a little cloud through the. Oh yeah, we've got. That's one thing as well. I mean, I flew up to the deep desert yesterday just to have a look. I spent all of 5 minutes in there. I did put a nice screenshot on Discord. Actually, why did I turn the auto walk off? Keep walking. Where did I put it? Games. In the moonlight, it looks so nice, doesn't it? But yeah, that's off into the deep desert. And this is what I was saying, Gary, because this is the one with a body just put in it, and this is the one that's like, I don't know, like half an hour sucked dry. So it does eventually drain off. Fermented. Yeah, yesterday, like me and Gary, we kind of stormed through all of those trials. That's the word I was trying to think of. Hadn't intended on doing them, but it just sort of happened. And luckily, I had, like for myself anyway, I've flown around enough to uncover enough of the map that I could find where the shapes were on the sketch, and it wasn't that difficult to figure from there to figure out where it was. The pain in the arse thing was inside of the final one. There's a puzzle that's a right pain in the arse, as I'm sure Gary will agree. Having to like select these 9 bloody symbols for the lessons you've learned. It was bad enough getting in there, because when you have to put your hand on the door to get in, I just brute forced it, because you're supposed to remember things that were on the other from when you've been doing it, but that wouldn't pay any attention. So I just had to brute force it, and I wrote in the notepad file what each option was for the thing. It never changed the order, so I never had to remember what the actual words were. I'm assuming, Gary, did you get straight through using that that little like that list that I sent you? So I assume you got straight through with it. What is it? 3 sets of 3... Yeah, that's it. Yeah, 3 sets of 3 symbols. I was horrible pain. It took me like... I was panicking to complete that one because I thought it would just be another one of those little trial things. Because I had to get it done quickly because I was going for my tea. But with as once I took that screenshot of like the notes, because I just had to brute force it to get through the door, so just save you the faff. But I'm really enjoying it. We are doing Dune tomorrow, and I haven't put it on the schedule yet, but I have changed. We aren't doing Splitgate on Thursday. We're going to do some more Dune. So I just haven't changed it and updated it on the thing yet for it. And it's back to construction, and back to normal next Monday as well for the Monday nights. Oh, camera just went a bit funny there. Okay, let's go here first, and then we'll make our way down to here, and then make our way up to this point here. That sounds like a plan. I'm only 221 hours in. Nah, those are rookie numbers, as Mr. Smith would say. Have you thought about playing Dune? I'm considering it. I was so skeptical at first, because there was one of the trailers on Steam that put me off it. But then, I watched that many videos were popping up on YouTube with like tutorials and people showing their bases and stuff like that, and I'm thinking, yeah, I want to give this a go. And then when I got the email saying from CD Keys that it was back in stock and it was considerably cheaper than Steam, I was like, yep, we'll pick it up. At the minute, I think my struggle before was water, but now that I've got 2 of those death stills on the go, basically as soon as I log in, oh, Gary fires. As soon as I log in, go and kill the people that are just north of the base, dump some bodies in there, or if I remember to keep some spare bodies in the base, just stick 2 bodies in at the beginning of the play session, and stick 2 more bodies in at the end of the play session, if I remember. And that that'll see my water needs. I mean, we did a mission today, and we were walking around, in one of those testing stations, and there's like the water things on the wall. I couldn't drink any of it because I was completely full. So we're definitely doing well for the water now. But my main thing at the minute is just the storage, the storage chests. I'm going to have a look and I think I'll go like a bit crazy on putting the big storage units. I'm not going to bother with the medium ones. I've unlocked the larger ones, so I'm just going to skip onto the big ones. There's no point in wasting the resources in the middle. I'm just going to like spam a few of those around. Ooh, a pronghorn. What other maps had pronghorns in them? Actually, I think I remember that. I have a North American one that's got the pronghorns in. The Alaska one. Which seems reasonable when it's in Canada. I have a piddle suit. Yeah, we have a piddle suit as well. We got it from the special... what do you call those things? The special things. The special licensed ones that you can get. But yeah, we've been wetting our suit as well. Oh, here we go with the burping again. Bit of a different combo tonight. We had sausage rolls, but we did some gravy to go with them. Instead of normally we'd have like some beans. I've had far too many beans recently. Yeah, it tastes fine, a bit fruity maybe. Right, let's have a little look on the map here, and so we're going to start making our way down to here. And then see, we'll go around those spots there. Let's have a look at the view though. Whee! We're going that way. Oh, hang about. Oh, got no chance of hitting these with a musket. Right, what's the range on that? White dog. It's not a special fur type, is it? White dog. Shh. Oh. That's why the dog was growling. Now that one's dead. Not a good shot though. More of a panic shot. If we did get killed, we wouldn't have respawned very far anyway. Grey wolf. As opposed to the pink wolf. I was having a look on my Kindle as well. Did you know there are wolves in California? I think there's also one on Wall Street as well, if I recall. But yeah, the Dune books as well is something that I've always wanted to read. My granddad, he'd read them all. You know, if he was still here, he'd be able to tell you bloody anything you asked about it. Because I remember back in the day, you know, he told us all about it and what have you. Because, you know, back when I was a kid, my only reference to it was the 1980s movie, which is not quite canon, shall we say. At the mail. But I had a look at my Amazon account because I was like sure I'd bought it, so I had a look on there, and it turns out I did buy the Dune books on my Kindle. But not only that, I'd bought the one which has all the books in one. So when I finish reading, because I'm busy reading the Stargate book, but because of the way I'm looking after Chips all the time, I don't get very much chance to read, unfortunately, anymore. So it's taken me weeks so far to slowly, you know, like chapter here and chapter there of the Stargate book. The Stargate book that I'm reading at the minute is the one that's based on the original movie. I'm enjoying it. It does have like some differences to what you see on screen, but it's still enjoyable. But I'm just reading the chapter here and the chapter there at the minute because I've got to look after my little chippy all the time. When I finish that, I want to read the. I'm going to start reading the Dune. At the very least, read the first one anyway. What the Dune books we're talking about, Gary? I warned him about those wolves. Indeed, Mr. V. There's more of those pheasants. What we got there? Pronghorn. Ooh. Is that just the male, or is that a special fur type? What's its range? 150. Now let's pursue a little bit. It's just like this little lag out. when I hold my breath. I don't think we got that. If we did, we'll go and investigate. Oh no, we did get it. And it died quite quickly, actually. That's convenient. Alright, it's... Right, we'll go there first then, because that's a bit closer. I didn't think we hit it at all there, to be honest, but we'll take it. While we're auto walking, I'm going to get a drink. I'm doing an experiment. You know the diluted orange juice that I got? I haven't had any for a week. And the week before, shall we say I was just having some explosive trips to the toilet multiple times. So I'm testing today, because I haven't had any for a week. Is when I get up in the middle of the night and or the morning and have to make an explosive trip, and then at least we'll know that it's this orange juice. Yeah. Yeah, the elusive red deer. Right, what we got here then? Oh, wrong. Oh, yeah, of course, wrong ammunition type, isn't it? And we shot it straight through the arse. Yeah, of course, this was the wrong ammunition type. Right, where are we going? Well, we're here at this house. We might as well just go the extra 100 meters, get that, and then we'll turn south. It's a really nice looking map, though. I'm curious if we remember towards the end of the evening, we'll go and jump to the trophy lodge for a minute, because that runs really slowly. Possibly because it's full of 100 and odd diamond red deer, not to mention all the great one red deers and what have you that's in there as well. We are definitely moving with this wolf pack across the map here. For those that didn't quite get it, he had the shits and he's trying to be... Well, yeah, I could have turned around and said it was an anal power hose, but, you know, I didn't really want to put that image in your head. But now that image is in your head there. I hope. We should be going 500 meters this way. Reload. Just say you pebble dash the toilet. Getting all the imagery tonight, Eddie. Is that sand spice on the map? Somewhere over there. Oh no, you mean this map, Gary? Yeah, this is it. This is where the spice is. Tell you one thing about this game though, it does pipe some heat out into the room. It'd be getting hotter and hotter in here. It's like I was saying, like to Mr. Smith the other week. It's as well. It's like when we play construction sim, the heat that it puts out. You think how badly unoptimized that engine is, because it's not like it's a graphically intense game. It's just poor optimization. There'll be something which is causing like a stack overflow somewhere in it, and they just haven't bothered to clip the clip the chain. That's because you're there. I hear you, Moosey. I wonder where the raccoons live. There's probably like a region on the map where they hang out. It's usually the case for those sort of ones. Curious to see what all these bits look like when we get there as well. Was that some movement over there I see? Thought I saw something running in that little bear patch there. Haven't seen any bunnies. But there's a bear over there. What was the bear in that kids program from the 90s? It's like Bungle or something like that. We'll go kill ourselves a bungle. Actually, I'm gonna kill a bear. I'll need this one. The 308. Just take the scope off. Yogi. Have you guys seen? It must be about 10 plus years ago. Actually, no, probably more. They did like a live action one. Dan Aykroyd did the voice of Yogi Bear, and is it Timberlake did Boo Boo? Timberlake's performance for the voice of Boo Boo was perfect, in my view. Dan Aykroyd, it felt very forced, but other than that, it's a really fun film. They're in this flying thing. I'm just thinking that they're in this like flying thing here. You know, the picnic basket Nabba 2000 or something like that. And something goes wrong, and he's like, "Boo Boo, check the safety manual." I was like, "What does it say?" It says, "It's just a picture of us screaming." Cut to them screaming as the flying machine plummets to the ground. Come out, bear. Bear rests here at 1 o'clock, no, 8 o'clock in the morning. What time is it in game? It's 12 o'clock in game. Ooh, a wood bison. This is the rifle I need for the wood bison anyway. I've got a few diamond bison in my lodge, I think. But what does a wood bison look like? There they are. That's a little baby one. Oh, they're making another one. Oh, I hope it's as fun as the first one. Oh, where'd you come from? I'm only seeing level 2 males. Oh, what we got over there? What's level 4? But we'll never kill it from this angle. I don't normally go. I mean, we're just messing around tonight, exploring the map, because normally if I was hunting properly, I wouldn't hunt this level. Because I like to do them strategically. Of course, I didn't take a proper reading on that before I shot. Oh, that was through the arse. Never mind. Dead though. It wasn't the arse shot that killed it. Is that it? No. Now, I think they've changed some of the buttons. Oh, never mind, I can see it now. Oh, this be a wood bison. Where'd we get it? Oh, that shot was actually a liver shot. and then we just skimmed its arsehole. Alright, let's crack on to this location. Whenever I think of like the Yogi Bear like cartoon sort of ones, I always remember that like Christmas specially sort of one where they were going to the some sort of lodge. Oh, there be the pronghorns. And that's the male running away. That's out of range. What's a pronghorn anyway? Pronghorn is a 3. Does what level does my 7mm start again? 4. Yeah. There be a moose. A moose we could take out with a 7mm. Oops. Frodo. Or pheasants. Oh, was it the ranger's place? Was it on the one I'm thinking of, Gary? I haven't seen it since the 90s. I only remember little snippets of it. Because I remember there was like bits where the oh, was it? Did they go on like a geyser of some sort? Ooh, look at that. Right, what's the range? I've got to click on some other ones first so I can get a fresh range. Oh, I don't know if I'm going to get that anyway. It's gone behind the bushes. Yeah, they're away. Oh, they're all away. It must be a change zone time. Yeah, it's alright. There'll be more. There'll be more. Reload. But that is, it's close. There go the birdies. Have you got to go back to that place again there tomorrow, Gary? There's not like a medical form you could have filled in that said that you're allergic to stupid. So, is that a valid reason to be excused jury duty? Oh, it's a black bear. Female black bear. There's one thing in the game, I don't bother shooting any of the females. I know we have shot a couple tonight. But that's just because we're mucking around opening up the map, because I'm not overly fussed about what we shoot tonight. But when I'm doing like these things properly, I don't bother shooting the females. When I'm trying to work the spawning mechanic so that it makes my diamonds and great ones for me. Oh, you're free tomorrow. Let's have a little look in here. Can we get out of bounds somewhere in here? This looks like somewhere where I'd be able to figure a way to get out of bounds. And there's already images coming in my mind, unless this door opens, or how I might be able to get up there. I wonder if you might be able to get in here in the actual story. The story mode, maybe. Doctor won't give me a letter I asked a few times. Maybe I could get you out of it on religious grounds, Gary? Because remember, I am an ordained minister. I could say that it's against your religion to be exposed to morons, and that you can't go you can't go into the thing. This is an interesting little detail here, though, isn't it? Okay, set a course for here, I suppose. 2 and a bit kilometers. See, how far are we on the map? Let's just get an approximate scale of the map. We'll say 9 by 9 kilometers. 10 probably realistically, because you have a slight no man's land in at the edges. The trophy lodges are only about 3 kilometers, I think, from the center, maybe. Because I have got out of bounds on the trophy lodges. But yeah, just on a side note as well, very cheap rates if anyone wants to hire me to do their weddings. Available for weddings, christenings, bar mitzvahs. I have all the proper documentation. Oh, that black bear's still up here. The Revenant Ravenholm. Well, that would sound like it was on top of us. Whoa, what a lovely dream of death. Oh, are those movies on any of the streaming services? We've got to put those on movie night if they're available on one of the streaming services for us to watch. That's a good excuse to not get married. Oh, are you wanting a free one for your dream wedding to Mr. Smith, Gary? I'll do you a discount. So I said to Royalty and Chrissy when they got engaged a good few years ago now. We're definitely moving along with that bear, aren't we? Like we were going along with the wolves before. Because I'll still need expenses, a place to stay, food and water. I don't drink alcohol, so I can't do the water into wine for you, unfortunately. At the it's not one of the things that's one of the skills that they give you at the when you become an ordained minister. They save that for the other fellas. Evening there, mate, and welcome in, and thank you for the follow. You join us for a spot of Call of the Wild this evening, where we're just opening up the new map, because I haven't had a chance to play the new map. I know I came out 3 weeks ago, I think now, maybe. This is my first chance to actually play the new map. But welcome in there, mate. Let's see, we started off from here, and we've slowly made our way down here to expose these zones. Oh, hang on, there's a place over here. Let's walk to this one first, just to save us a bit of a hike. Ooh. Another bison. I tell you something, that bear is just following us. Can anyone remember what... Hang on, I need to check because I can't remember. The inventory. It takes 3 to 7s. If we get a good shot on the bear, we could take it out with a musket. The point blank range. But once again, welcome in there, mate, and thank you for the follow. And if in doubt, it's all Gary's fault. So if you're not going to the thing tomorrow, Gary, are you up for a few more quests? There are very few things more dangerous than a wounded bear. What are they? Is it an unwounded happy cat because that means she has full capabilities to murder you? Mr. V, maybes? Because once you're on Mr. V's list... Yep, need money. Yeah, we'll do a few missions tomorrow, but there's no point in starting until after 10 o'clock, though. It's the server goes down at 9 o'clock and it takes almost an hour to reboot. It's ridiculous. And well, you read the email that I sent to the G portal people for for whatever they'd for what would be a more logical time for a European server to reboot. Even if they are based in Germany, it still would have been a logical time for it to reboot. Hang on a second, have I just walked past where I need to be? I have, haven't I? Hang on. I didn't have a very good marker set on that, did I? It's probably just a blind. Ah, there it is. Let's see what it says when we get a bit closer. Meters. Oh, it's a house. Well, bugger me sideways. It looks like somewhere that'll get blown away in a breeze, though. Oh. Oh, fingers crossed that I can hear you, because I mean, those other ones that you got, the sound quality was terrible in them, wasn't it, Gary? For the on the microphone. Whatever you do, don't get the headset that I've got, everybody. Yes, the sound quality is really nice, but hang on, where's the program? One, to get it to work, you need this awful IQ software. What is it? The HS80 Max Wireless. It's got really good wireless range, but the problem they have is, right now, we're playing a game, the game audio is really quiet. And if the game audio was quiet, it just mutes all sound. It doesn't disconnect, like as if it's just powered off because it couldn't hear anything. It just cuts all the sound when it gets below a certain threshold. Oh, I'm just seeing as well that I was looking at the wrong screen there. Follow Hunter, welcome in. I mean, it's got good range because I can technically get to the bottom of the garden with them from here. But it's the fact that it's got to use the IQ software or the mic doesn't work. And it's that thing where it just cuts out. Like when we play Skyrim, it was so frustrating. The only way I can stop it from cutting out is if I join a Discord call. So every night that we stream, I have to be in a Discord call to stop the audio from cutting out on these bloody awful headsets. How long have I been playing? I've been playing for quite a number of years, and I'm sure I've got about probably about, it must be about 700, 800 hours. Got a trophy lodge full of diamonds and great ones and what have you. But I don't play the game anywhere near as much as what I used to. I used to play it every single day, but in the past a year or so, I haven't played it as much, unfortunately. As much as it was my favourite game that I played, like I say, every day. Yeah, well, if it's like a single player game, Mr. Smith, I jump into like I've got like a private one that I just jump myself into. But with this being like a multiplayer one, I'm in the normal one. If you wanted to join, even if you're not playing the game, saves you having to type anything. So what's something you're looking forward to? Oh, sorry, I'm reading the wrong bloody line there. Definitely blame Frodo. 200 odd meters to the next location, though. What's everyone's plans for tomorrow, though, whilst we're walking up here? Fingers crossed, Happy, they get back to you as well as soon as possible. Don't keep you like sitting waiting in suspense. It's the worst part, isn't it? When you're sitting waiting to hopefully get the go ahead. But you'll be fine, Happy. Oh, that bear is still following us. Oh, it's a male bear. What level be you? 300 meters away. If it attacks us, at least then we'll know where it is. Oh, you got the house flippers to go and. So how big is the house flippers 2 then? Because I think realistically in the first house flippers there's not overly that many levels, was there? In like the normal campaign, I know you've got the bit afterwards where you've got to like resell everything. You do the houses the way that you kind of want to do them. Oh, there we go. Let's have a look at that view.
Rock, paper, scissors, lizard, Spock. Both opponents choose Spock for a draw. Better luck next time, entertain JD.
Better luck next time. How far away is that? Oh, what's down there, but it's not showing me the distance. That is a really nice view, though. But it was a draw. JD. Did you hear the song, JD? When we played it before, did you get to hear it? Oh, there it is. 800 meters. That's not 800 meters, is it? Oh, never mind. But JD has the spirit bow in hand. Oh, that clip was amusing. From the Tales of the Lumberjack or whatever it was called. You missed it. Oh, you'd have to do exclamation mark
JD
jukebox.
Completed the contract and eradicated the pseudo-widow infestation of the island using the spirit bow.
He got rid of the pesky Pokemon. House Flip 2 is a bit different. Window cleaning and painting are easier. And there's a co-op mode in it. Ooh. And that was as well you were saying about that's why they brought out the DLCs, because there wasn't really that much content in the base game. Certainly brought out a good amount of DLCs. Exclamation mark jukebox and see if you'd like to check out track number 4, I believe. Was it track number 4? I think it was 4, the new record, JD. So whilst auto walks on there, I'm gonna have another drink because it's boiling. Yeah, track number 4 is the one. It sounds so close. Dusky grouse. Whose house it was has the? Oh yeah. Of course the Scooby-Doo one. Might give that a go. The pictures I saw of it looked good. Yeah, number 4, JD. Ooh, JD is fully lubed and streaking through the streets tonight. There we go. Enjoy.
He sacrificed rags, and now the plums must pay. Oh, Mr. Smith, the engines cry. You load the match beneath the sky, but backward wheels define your soul. Reverse again, no self-control. You never flip, you never score. Just backward rolls across the floor. The clock strikes 2, the fight begins, but your team already lost again. The discord call begins to ring. Too soon, too fast, what shame you bring. Before 3, your voice is heard. Defeat confirmed without a word. Rex is dead and Coyote lies. JD waits for what fate gives. The blows must fall on sacred stone. The sins you carry all alone. Oh, Rocket League, you cruel domain. Ban him once and bang again. Reverse aerial, you're full of flame. Own goals tally in your name. You type calculated with a grin as your final loss sinks deep within. The sacred rule you always break. If you return before match stake, before 3 bells you're marked by shame. Another tournament lost in vain. You chose Kaiden over Rex, and now the stars reject you. JD watches, JD waits. JD wants more. Rex is dead and Kaiden rides, but not within 1,000 lives. Mr. Smith, reverse your fate or meet the plumber reducing gate. Try forever, shame your kin. JD punishes your every win. So now you roam the silver pitch with broken pride and fractured grace. For every match you fail to win, another tribute must begin. Reverse eternal, cursed and free. The ghost of Rex still watches thee.
Just have your approval then, JD. We need more ideas to put more weird things into my head so that I can go away and come up with some daft lyrics to make into these daft songs. Did it sound a bit Halloweeny for you, Mr. V? heat in here is getting rather high. All I can smell in here as well as the wood burning as well. I was doing some laser work today. I've got to do some other laser work again actually for half an hour in the morning. I'll do that before the server, while the server's rebooting. Yeah, the letters on the sign that I was making today, I'm not quite happy with the way they came out, so I'm going to do them again. We haven't covered much ground yet, have we? What we've got here, though, the bear tracks. I mean, if we were using the scooter, we could have gotten... We probably would have finished the whole map by now, but, you know, if you're going to have a look at the map, you've got to do it on foot. Ooh, white-tailed deer. It's not quite a red deer, though, Gary. But yeah, give us some weird ideas for some other songs that we could, daft songs we could make. Well, not necessarily daft songs. If you want us to do like maybe a normal-ish song, maybe it's a serious song. Put some ideas, and we'll have a little think and see what kind of madness that we can come up with together. It's one thing I don't know if you like you know, being the anniversary of the song. I decided to use it as a kind of I did like a little experiment with AIDA that runs like locally on the Raspberry Pi, and I asked her to write a story. Like from a perspective of a soldier going to the Somme. It was quite interesting. The problem is with long, when you're trying to write a long like thing using like AIDA, it does kind of fall apart at the end because it gets a bit too long and complicated. It's best to do it in smaller chunks when constructing something like that. But it kind of like repeats the last section. It's kind of like one of the errors that occurs that I found like with lots of AIs, to be honest. It kind of like I can show you some examples in a few minutes. Because if you just want to listen to it, the story, we can play it, because it'll take a couple of minutes for it to read it out, and it might be something to listen to as well whilst we're on our hike. Right, let's set a course for here. Oh no, let's set a course for here, and then we'll go up to there. Actually, my next song needs to be normal to serious, but still needs to be awesome as the last one. Your personality doesn't suit daft songs. What sort of themes would you like it to follow? Like what sort of message? Like, you know, we had like in Mr. V's one there, of course, you know how you're a crazy murderer. But you also have like the daft weapons, you know, banana peels and the like. What would you like the theme of it to be? I take it we're still going for like the kind of like symphonic metal type flavor of song, because I quite like those sort of styles. I mean, some of the other songs work with some of the other styles, but that is the sort of style that I keep on leaning back towards, because I do enjoy it. Something loud with lots of screaming. Is that what we're going for as well, Mr. V? Speed metal again. Mr. V and his hate of cheese. How far are we off this marker? Not too far. Oh, there's another one over there. Oh. That's the thing with this, you end up zigzagging all over the place when you're doing these. Yeah, I do like my Lauren Babbitt screaming. There's loads of times, like when we're chatting in the calls on Discord, and I've just sort of like got to hang on a second, I need to turn Lauren Babbitt down because I can't hear you over there screaming. Yeah, watch out for those angry beavers. Thank you for joining us, Papa Soup, and we'll catch you later on there, mate. Try to keep yourself out of trouble, or at the very least don't get caught. But you have a good night, mate, and thank you for joining us today. It's not. Exactly, it's not. It's about cheese. Well, I take it that's where we're going for that viewpoint, though. Have a good night, mate. We're probably not going to be on too long ourselves as well, because my eyes are currently stinging. That could be because of all the like the ash in the air from doing all the couple of hours of lasering today. But yeah, we've got to think of some serious sounding themes, serious sounding song for Mr. V. But you survey that tower. Ooh. Oh. Right, so what have we got here? Yeah, we'll head across to here as the next marker.
Paper, scissors, lizard, Spock. Both opponents choose paper for a draw. Better luck next time. Happy _cat _lady.
No, happy. How far's that one? Oh, I can't see against the white background. 600 meters. That's the thing, I can't really think of anything offhand, and although I find the cheese song annoying, you quite like hearing it. It's going to be the Christmas number one, but we're going to try and get into Eurovision next year with the cheese song, Mr. V. Are you going to come with us, and we're all going to be on stage just I don't know, juggling cheese or something like that, and just looking completely mad whilst the cheese song plays. We'll all be in cheese costumes. Just waddling around the stage. Throwing cheese at each other and picking fights. Gary will be there like headbutting Mr. Smith in a cheese costume. Not a chance. I will be, so that would be even better. You could be in the cheese costume with noise-cancelling headphones. Just anytime anyone comes near you, it's smacking them with a club. You and Happy Cat could be beating people with baseball bats whilst dressed as a cheese. Oops, put the controller down for a second. No cheese. Let's quickly open up a browser here. Let's jump into AIDA Special. I'm just going to show you an example of kind of like, you know how in The Shining, how Jack Nicholson's character, like, he's writing his novel, but it's all like full of like all work and no play makes Jack a dull boy. It's just like hundreds and hundreds of pages of it. AIDA basically goes like that when she crashes. And to be honest, all the AI that I've worked with tend to do the same thing. And we're falling off a cliff right here. I can see in the background. Hang on. Yeah, we missed the bridge. Not by much though, we were almost on course for it. I'll see if I can find that example. Here we go. I'm guessing this will be an information point. Yeah, it's an information point with it being a fancy bridge. Ooh, look at that. No way I can get that with a musket. Not at this range anyway. Looking at our health, I know you guys can't see it, but our health after that attack at the beginning of the evening. There we go, we got that marker there. I know we were going to go up here, but I think it might be more logical to go here and go there than there. That'll be the plan. So it's 1.5 kilometers. That should be enough time for us to have a little look in the web browser if I just set auto walk. Put the map up on screen. So can I find an example of one of the... Oh, did I delete it maybe? No. Of course, I keep looking when we get trapped on something. No. Is that one? No. 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 This one. No. No. Yeah, I think this is one of the ones where it went slightly insane. Yeah. Yeah, this is the one where it kind of like loops and loops and loops over and over and over and over and over again. It went slightly mad. Now, which is the one? Because I asked like a few times for the same thing. Yeah, just 1 second.
Arrival in France.
Yeah, I think this is the one. So whilst we're walking to the next little bit, shall we have a little listen?
Arrival in France, the train groaned as it rolled through the misty countryside.
Oh, hang on, there's something going wrong here.
Wheels clattering against the iron tracks with a sound like 1,000 hammers striking steel. I clutched the edge of my seat, my knuckles white against the worn leather. The war had been a distant rumour in the newspapers, a tale of distant lands and distant men. But now I was here in France, where the air smelled of damp earth and the sky was a pale, unbroken blue. I had been assigned to the 1st Battalion, Royal Welsh Fusiliers, a unit that had seen more than its share of battles already. My captain, a grizzled veteran named Major Harcourt, had given me a brief explanation of our role in the upcoming offensive. We're going to be the spearhead, he had said, his voice low and steady. First wave, the ones who take the ridge. I had nodded, my mind already racing with the implications of what he had just told me. The journey had taken several days, and by the time we arrived in the Somme region, the landscape had changed. The fields were green and rolling, but the air carried a strange heaviness, as if the land itself was holding its breath. We had been billeted in a small village just behind the front lines, where the scent of smoke and damp stone clung to the air. The villagers had been wary, their eyes flicking between us and a distant horizon, where the smoke of artillery fires rose like ghosts in the sky. I had tried to make small talk with the other soldiers, but most of them were too exhausted to engage in anything beyond grunts and shared glances. Among them was Jack, a wiry young man with a grin that never seemed to fade, despite the bruises that lined his face. He had a way of making the worst situations sound like a joke, though I could tell the laughter was more of a defense mechanism than genuine mirth. Then there was Tom, a quiet, serious man who had joined the army after his brother was killed in Belgium. He spoke little, but when he did, his words carried weight. And Harry, the youngest of us all, barely 17, whose eyes still held the wide-eyed wonder of a boy who had never known a life without war. He had already been wounded once, and the scar across his cheek was a constant reminder of the price of being in this place. As we waited for the orders to move, I found myself watching the horizon, my mind drifting to the letters I had written to my family back home. I had told them I was going to be a hero, that I would march into battle and come out victorious. But now, as I stood in the shadow of the Great War, I wondered if there was just the words of a boy who had never known the true cost of war. The officers had spoken of the offensive in hushed tones, their voices filled with a mix of determination and fear. "It's the only way to break the stalemate," one of them had said. I had no idea what that meant, but I could tell the weight of the words had settled over us all. The night before the attack, we had gathered around a small fire, a flickering light cast in long shadows on the faces of our comrades. Jack had told a joke, but his laughter had been forced, and even Harry had not joined in. We had talked about the coming days, fear that had settled in our bones like a cold wind. I had told myself that I would be brave, that I would stand firm in the face of whatever came. But as I lay in the cold, damp ground, I couldn't shake the feeling that something was about to change. Something terrible. When the first officer's voice rang out over the camp, I knew that the moment had arrived. The war had not yet begun, but I could feel its presence in the air, heavy and unrelenting, waiting for the moment it would break upon us. The build-up to the battle, the days leading up to the offensive had been a blur of preparation, a relentless cycle of orders, inspections, and the ever-present weight of uncertainty. We had been ordered to dig deeper into the trenches, reinforcing the existing lines with more barbed wire and sandbags. The mud had turned the earth into a thick, clinging substance that clung to our boots and soaked through our socks. The air was damp, thick with the scent of decay and the ever-present stench of unwashed bodies. Rats had become our constant companions, scurrying through the trenches like tiny, desperate ghosts, their eyes glinting in the dim light. Each morning we would be roused from our sleep by the distant rumble of artillery, a sound that had become as familiar as the ticking of a clock. It was a reminder that we were not just soldiers, but pawns in a game that had no end in sight. The officers had begun to speak more frequently, their voices filled with a mix of urgency and dread. "The time is near," one of them had said, his face pale and drawn. "We must be ready." Another had warned us that the attack would be the largest of the war, that the enemy would be waiting for us with rifles and machine guns. As the days passed, the tension in the camp grew palpable. We could feel it in the air, in the way our hands trembled as we handled our rifles, in the way our eyes darted to the horizon where the enemy lines loomed like an unseen threat. The soldiers had begun to talk more, their voices hushed but filled with a sense of foreboding. Jacques, ever the joker, tried to lighten the mood with his usual quips. Even his laughter seemed forced, like a mask over a deeper fear. "We're going to be the first to die," he had said, his voice a mix of bravado and genuine concern. Tom, the quietest of us, had grown more withdrawn, his eyes often fixed on the horizon, as if searching for some sign of what was to come. "I don't know if I can do this," he had said one evening, his voice barely above a whisper. "I've seen too many of my friends die." His words had hung in the air, a heavy silence settling over the group as we all considered the weight of his words. Harry, the youngest of us, had been the most eager, his excitement often bordering on recklessness. "We're going to make it," he had said, his eyes alight with a boyish hope that had yet to be tempered by the horrors of war. "We'll show them what we're made of." but even his optimism was tinged with a sense of dread, feeling that the coming days would test the strength of every man in our unit. As the sun set each day, the camp would fall into a strange silence, broken only by the distant sounds of artillery and the occasional shout from the officers. We would gather around the small fires, sharing stories and laughter, but the laughter felt hollow, like a thin layer of paint over a canvas of fear. The soldiers had begun to talk about the battle, their voices filled with a mix of anticipation and dread. Some spoke of glory, others of death, but none of us could escape the feeling that something was about to change. The nights were the worst, filled with the sound of the wind howling through the trenches and the distant cries of the wounded. Sleep was a luxury we could not afford, and even when we managed to close our eyes, the dreams that came to us were filled with images of blood and death. The weight of the coming battle pressed down on us like a leaden shroud, and I could feel the fear growing in my chest, a feeling that I could not shake. As the days passed, the soldiers began to prepare for the attack, their minds filled with thoughts of what lay ahead. We had all heard the stories of the previous battles, the tales of bravery and sacrifice, but none of us could ignore the reality of what was to come. The war was not just a distant memory, it was a living, breathing entity that had taken root in our lives, and we were all its victims. The build-up to the battle had become a symphony of fear and anticipation, a melody that echoed in the hearts of every soldier. We were ready, but we were also afraid, and as the sun rose on the day of the attack, I could feel the weight of the world pressing down on me, a reminder that the battle was about to begin. Going over the top the morning of the attack was colder than any I had experienced so far, the air thick with a silence that felt more oppressive than the weight of the mud beneath my boots. The sky was a pale, unbroken blue, but the horizon was already marked by the distant glow of artillery fire, a steady, rhythmic light that seemed to pulse like a heartbeat. I had been told that the attack would begin at dawn, and now, as the sun crested the horizon, I felt the weight of every moment that had led to this point settle heavily on my shoulders. The men had been ordered to leave the trenches to move to the front lines where the first wave would be stationed. I had been given a rifle, a gas mask, and a small tin of chocolate, though I had no idea what I would do with the chocolate in the chaos that was about to unfold. The officers had given us final instructions, their voices low and urgent. "Remember, the moment you cross the line, you are on your own," one of them had said, his face pale and drawn. "We will follow, but you must move quickly." As we gathered in the trench, the weight of the words settled over us like a heavy shroud. Jack, ever the joker, had tried to lighten the mood with a quip, but even he seemed shaken. "I hope this doesn't end like the last time," he muttered, his voice barely above a whisper. Tom, who had been more withdrawn than usual, was silent, his eyes fixed on the horizon. Harry, the youngest of us, had been the most restless, his fingers twitching as if he were trying to hold on to the last remnants of his innocence. The whistle had been the signal, a single, sharp sound that cut through the silence like a blade. It was a sound that had been rehearsed, a sound that had been spoken of in hushed tones for weeks. As the whistle blew, the men surged forward, their movements a blur of motion and chaos. I felt the rush of adrenaline as I ran, my boots splashing through the mud, the ground beneath me a mixture of cold and wet. The air was thick with the scent of gunpowder and the distant sounds of artillery, a cacophony that seemed to echo through the very bones of the earth. As we crossed the threshold of no man's land, the world around us seemed to shift. The ground was uneven, the terrain a patchwork of broken earth and shattered stone, a reminder of the violence that had already been unleashed. The sky was a vast expanse of blue, but it felt as if it was watching us, a silent witness to the madness that was about to unfold. I could see the enemy lines, a shadowy presence that loomed in the distance, a reminder of the danger that lay ahead. In that moment, I felt the weight of the world pressing down on me, the fear of the unknown threatening to consume me. The soldiers around me were a blur of movement, their faces a mix of determination and fear, their eyes wide with the realization that this was it. I could hear the shouts of the officers, their voices rising above the chaos. The sound was muffled, as if the world itself had conspired to drown out the voices of those who had led us here. As we advanced, the ground beneath our feet seemed to shift, the mud giving way to a thin layer of broken earth. The barbed wire stretched across the landscape, a jagged reminder of the obstacles that lay ahead. I could feel the tension in the air, a palpable force that seemed to bind us together in a shared sense of dread. The soldiers around me were moving with purpose, but I could see the fear in their eyes, a fear that was shared by all of us. Suddenly, a shot rang out, and the world exploded into chaos. The sound was deafening, a sharp reminder of a reality that we were all facing. I felt a jolt as I was thrown forward, the impact of the shot sending a wave of panic through the group. The soldiers around me were shouting, their voices rising above the din of battle, but I could barely make out their words. The world had become a blur of movement and sound, a chaotic symphony of fear and adrenaline that seemed to take over my senses. In that moment, I realized that I was no longer just a soldier. I was part of a larger narrative, a story that was unfolding in real time. The fear that had been building within me was now a tangible force, a reminder of the stakes that lay ahead. The soldiers around me were a mix of determination and fear, each man a part of a collective that was about to face the ultimate test of their courage. As I continued to move forward, I could feel the weight of the moment pressing down on me, a reminder that this was not just a battle for survival, but a test of our will and our strength. The fear that had been lurking in the shadows of my mind now surged to the forefront, a constant reminder that we were all on the edge of something that could change everything. The world around me was a blur of chaos, a mix of sound and motion that seemed to echo the very essence of our humanity. I could feel the adrenaline coursing through my veins, a reminder that I was alive, that I was part of something greater than myself. As I moved forward, I could see the faces of my comrades, their expressions a mix of fear and determination, a testament to the shared experience that bound us together in this moment of reckoning. In that instant, I understood that this was the moment that would define us, that we would either rise to the occasion or be consumed by the fear that threatened to engulf us. The battle had begun, and the world was watching, waiting for the outcome of this moment that would shape the future of all of us. The aftermath of the battle, as the chaos of battle subsided, a heavy silence settled over the battlefield, a silence that felt more profound than any I had experienced before. The air was thick with the scent of gunpowder and the remnants of blood, a stark reminder of the violence that had unfolded. In the aftermath, I found myself standing amidst the remnants of our unit, the faces of my comrades etched in the memory of the day. Some were still alive, their eyes wide with the realization of what had transpired, while others lay motionless, their lives extinguished by the horrors of war. The soldiers who had once been my brothers in arms now stood as shadows of their former selves, their spirits broken by the weight of loss.
War never changes.
Jack, the ever-joking one, had been among those who fell, his laughter silenced by the bullet that had taken his life. I could still hear his voice echoing in my mind, a reminder of the camaraderie that had once bound us together. Tom, who had been so quiet and reserved, had also fallen, his courage and determination a testament to the strength of the human spirit. I could feel the loss of their presence like a physical wound, a reminder of how quickly life could be snuffed out in the blink of an eye. Harry, the youngest of us, had survived, but the experience had left him changed. His eyes, once filled with hope and dreams, now reflected a deep understanding of the cost of war. He had witnessed the brutality of conflict, and the innocence that had once defined him had been replaced by a profound sense of loss and grief. He had become a part of the narrative of those who had fallen, a reminder that even the most innocent could be transformed by the horrors of war. In the days that followed, the camp was filled with a heavy atmosphere of mourning and reflection. The soldiers gathered around the small fires, sharing stories of those who had fallen, their voices a mixture of sorrow and remembrance. We spoke of the bravery of our fallen comrades, their sacrifices etched into the very fabric of our memories. The weight of loss pressed heavily on our hearts, and we could feel the burden of our collective grief. As the sun rose each morning, the soldiers would gather, their faces etched with the marks of fatigue and sorrow. We had all been changed by the battle, our lives irrevocably altered by the events that had transpired. The war had not just taken lives, it had reshaped our understanding of what it meant to be a soldier, to be part of a brotherhood that had been forged in the crucible of conflict. In the aftermath, we found ourselves grappling with the reality of our situation. The war had become a part of our lives, an ever-present shadow that loomed over us. We had witnessed the devastation of war, the loss of innocence, and the fragility of life. The soldiers who had fallen were not just names on a list, they were individuals whose lives had been cut short, their dreams extinguished by the chaos of conflict. As we stood together, our hearts heavy with the weight of loss, I realized that the battle had not only tested our courage but had also transformed us. We were no longer just soldiers, we were survivors, bound by a shared experience that would forever alter our lives. The memories of those who had fallen would echo in our hearts, a reminder of the cost of war and the sacrifices made in its name. In this moment of reflection, I understood that the battle had changed us all, leaving an indelible mark on our souls. The weight of our experiences would shape our lives moving forward, a testament to the bravery and sacrifice of those who had fallen. As we faced the future, we would carry the memories of our fallen comrades with us, a reminder of the price of war and the importance of remembering those who had given everything. The aftermath of the battle was not just a moment in time, it was a profound shift in our lives, a transformation that would define us as we move forward into an uncertain future. The echoes of our fallen brothers would remain with us, a constant reminder of the cost of war and the sacrifices made in the name of duty and honour. Globes showing Europe, Africa, the legacy of sacrifice the battle had left an indelible mark on our lives, shaping our understanding of war, brotherhood, and the cost of conflict. As we stood amidst the remnants of our fallen comrades, the weight of our experiences became a part of our collective identity. Each soldier who had fallen was not just a name etched in the annals of history. They were individuals whose lives had been irrevocably changed by the chaos of war. Their stories, their sacrifices, and their dreams had been extinguished, leaving behind a profound sense of loss that would echo through the generations. The sacrifices made during the battle were not mere acts of bravery. They were the epitome of human resilience in the face of unimaginable adversity. The soldiers who had fallen had given their lives in the pursuit of a greater cause, their courage and determination serving as a beacon of hope for those who remained. The legacy would forever shape the narrative of our lives, reminding us that in the darkest moments of conflict, it is the strength of the human spirit that can illuminate the path forward. As we moved forward, the memories of our fallen comrades would guide us, a constant reminder of the price of war and the importance of remembering those who had given everything. The lessons learned from their sacrifices would resonate in our hearts, urging us to honor their memory by striving for peace and understanding in the world. The echoes of their lives would serve as a testament to the power of unity and the importance of preserving the fragile peace that we had fought so hard to achieve. In the aftermath of the battle, we found ourselves transformed, not just as soldiers, but as individuals who had witnessed the true cost of war. The experiences of our fallen brothers would shape our perspectives, instilling a deep sense of responsibility to carry their legacy forward. We would carry their stories with us, ensuring that their sacrifices would never be forgotten, and that their lives would continue to inspire future generations to seek peace, understanding, and compassion in a world that often seems divided. The memories of our fallen comrades would become a part of our lives, a reminder of the sacrifices made in the name of duty and honor. As we moved forward, we would carry their stories with us, allowing their legacy to guide our actions and shape our future. In this way, the battle would not only be a chapter in our history, but a living testament to the enduring spirit of those who had fallen as sacrifices etched into the very fabric of our existence. Globeshare in Europe, Africa.
And there we go. That was the... You'll probably notice at the end, it, as I found with these... with the AI, these 2 chapters here are pretty much repetitive. It's just something that seems to happen with them. It sort of falls apart as it gets too complex in the narrative towards the end, and it gets a bit repetitive. But I think it did quite a good job. This is how I sort of like asked it to like asked AIDA to come up with it. You know, the bits here. When it got to this sort of length, that was when it kind of fall apart a bit. But for the most part, I hope you enjoyed that little story from AIDA. And JD as well. I know I typed it in there because I didn't want to speak over the thing there. But have a good night as well there, JD. I was just trying to see as well if we could get up here from this side. It's tea time, happy. Okay, can we bouncy up here a little bit more? This is sort of one where I will spend hours bunny hopping up these, because eventually you can get like a little bit of a walk on with them. But getting the right... I mean, there might be a little bit, but where these trees are, I might be able to climb up a bit smoother since there's trees there. Friendship, as well. I mean, in AIDA's brain, there's only... she doesn't have the full knowledge of like history for the subjects as well. There's a few things that I've like asked her to like test what she knows of history. So, you know, I've asked things about, you know, like World War I, World War II. I asked her to write an account of how the international sort of banking, worked in the Roman Empire, for example. And it had some good points to it, but it wasn't quite right. For how it kind of worked. But as a little story, considering that is just what is running on a Raspberry Pi behind me here, I think it comes out quite nice. Even though it does sort of fall apart at the end, but you know, if we do it in shorter bursts. To see if we can write a story about some sort of like cheese empire. Attack of the Fondue. Oh, this bit here is getting a bit steep. Yeah, he found... Oh, did you watch that clip, Mr. Smith? The bit about the cheese is right at the very end, because I think it's like a 10-minute video, and I think it's like the 9-minute mark where it actually starts. Not more cheese-related garbage. We love cheese here. I would recommend using the timestamp link and not the embedded link. But there'll also be a Pokemon on the loose in amongst all that, everyone. For those that still remain, because I know that just about everybody's filed out during the course of the story. Happy Cat with the rubber band Gatling gun. How the hell does that work, Happy? Oh, yeah, so we're making some nice progress up this hill here.
Happy_cat_lady failed the contract and was unable to eradicate the Terrapago's infestation of the craft. Store using the rubber band Gatling gun.
How does a rubber band Gatling gun work? How far up this hill have we gotten? Look at that, we're almost at the ridge. We're almost there. But Happy Cat let the Pokemon go escape. Oh, come on, we can get at the top of this hill, can't we? Slap a tent down. It doesn't look too steep from the, you know, when we were looking at it on the other face, like where those birds has come from, that was really steep. But this doesn't look as bad from this side, does it? Just gotta keep doing the Skyrim bunny hops all the way to the top. See how high we can get. I think this side would probably be the easier side to navigate. I should have put a tent down on that little flat bit behind us as a checkpoint. We're living dangerously by not putting any checkpoints down. What could possibly go wrong? Can we get up that bit, or is that might be too steep a doodad there? Yeah, that's too steep, that bit. Right, let's just see if we can get back around to the gravelly bit. Problem is, I think right at the very top of here, that might be too steep. Bouncy, bouncy, bouncy. Good evening, Reptile Kingdom, and welcome in. We'll not be hunting any reptiles, you're okay. Through we go. We're just trying to get to the top of this hill. Using the Skyrim method. Because as I think we're already gathering here, you're not supposed to climb up here. But when has that ever stopped me? It's like Happy Cat says, the world can't be flat. If it was flat, I would have got out of bounds. Oh, sorry, no, not flat. In a in the Matrix, that was it. not the flat world in there, nutters. It's in the Matrix. Nope, we definitely not be hunting the reptiles. You're perfectly safe. But welcome in there, mate. I see, we've been calling a while. We're not really doing any hunting. We've been exploring the maps because this is the new map that came out a couple of weeks ago. But this is the first time I've had a chance to jump on it. Yes, Mr. Smith, if there was a bloody helicopter. I need me Flappy Flappy from Dune. If the world was flat, Happy... Yeah, that's right. If the world was flat, Happy Cat would have pushed everything off the edge by now. And if we were living in a simulation, I would have gotten us out of bounds. So, those theories are instantly debunked. We'll maybe just have to do like one of those videos, you know, like what the Flat Earth Muppets do. You haven't played the... Yeah, the oh, no. Off the map screen. Oh. Oh, no. We just lost so much altitude. I was about to try and show you the map there. Let's see if I can find a stable spot. There we go. So, this is all we've managed to explore so far. We haven't really gotten that far. Dog's still there, stuck down the bottom there. Oh, we're so close to that ridge, though. Once we're on that ridge, traversing it to the highest peak shouldn't be too difficult. Oh, jumpy. But this new map looks really, really pretty, though. And Reptile Kingdom, thank you for the follow there as well there, mate. If you do like Call of the Wild, somewhere in the description below is a link to the playlist we've been doing over the years. We haven't played much of it in the last year on stream. but there'll be other maps to explore. But thank you for the follow there, mate, and welcome in. Oh dear. Oh, I don't think we're going to get up here tonight. We're just there though, those trees are just there. Just gotta find, sometimes you have to go down to go back up though as well, and I don't like having to slide back down the hill. Ooh. Right, let's get across onto here. I don't think I could put a tent on there. They kind of changed, like, a few months ago, at least, I think when the last map came out, they changed, like, some of the, like, the hitboxes for the tents. At least in my view, for... Oh, no. They changed, like some of the hitbox things in my observation, but I do put tents in weird places. So that a normal person would probably not have noticed them. Come on. Let's get at the top of the hill. And then we can go to bed once I get to the top of this hill. Well, I can go down and feed chippies anyway. Oh, she's had a bit of a rough day today, little chippy. I couldn't see her when I come back from town. That was like another reason because I was a little bit later in getting back to cause some trouble for Mr. Smith. Because I couldn't see her anywhere, and she'd shuffled her way into a funny position. I had to go and rescue my little baby, so of course I brought her in for a cuddle and give her some more little treats. My little baby. Come on, squeeze it through. I should be very careful with that phrase after what Happy Cat said last week. Was it last week? Yeah, it was last week, wasn't it? Yep, gotta keep jumping. We will make it. Oh, what's that up there? That looks like a glitch in the Matrix. See that up there? Just... Actually, I'll maybe see if we can get closer, then I'll show you what I'm looking at. Yes, Mr. Smith. No, don't fall. It's basically the game of keeping the white snow underneath us. Because where white appears is space we can walk. Yep. No. We're falling down. We're losing more altitude than we're gaining at the moment. No. Oh no, we've lost another 10 meters here. Evening there, mate, and welcome in. Oh no, we've fallen down too far. You join us as we are currently trying to get to somewhere where we're not supposed to get to. As is my life on all video games nowadays. Let's just try and work our way back this way a little bit. And see if we can find some terrain to stand on here. Thank you for the follow there as well there, mate, and welcome in as well. Says, ooh, bugger. For those of you joining us for the first time, we do stream every night in vaguely themed nights. I would flash the thing across on the screen, but I don't want to take my hands off the controllers right now because we might lose more height. Exclamation mark schedule. Oh, come on. This bit here looks like it might be slightly flatter. Actually, that bit there looks like it might be alright. I know, we're going down, we're going the wrong way. I blame Mr. Smith. Hang on, is it safe here? I can press the schedule button here, I think. Ooh. Hey, there we go. No. No, that's too steep there, isn't it? That is definitely too steep to go that way. Could really do with putting a tent down. Yeah, I blame Gary too, Mr. Smith. But we have come quite the distance if we just turn around and take a look at the view from up here. Try and squeeze in over this way, maybe. Try and like spam jump to see if we can get our feet on somewhere without sliding down too low. But hello there, mate, once again, and welcome in. Oh, this is where it's going to go tits up, isn't it? Just try to see if this bit here might be walkable. Nope, nope, nope. We're definitely losing too much height. Should we get a tent in there? That's not a tent. No. We'll have a look. But no, we're not going to tent in there. Squeeze through here. This is not looking good. I think we're going a bit off the path here. We may not get up here tonight. As in, my eyes are heavy. Uh-oh. Oh no, we're losing too much height. Not good. How long have I been playing the game? I don't know, maybe about 5 years? I know I haven't done much in the last year. And I'm sure I've got about 800 hours, possibly. Oh no, we've lost too much height now. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to get up here tonight because I can't even see the trees. We were right up close to those trees before. But yeah, we've lost too much altitude, I think, here. I don't think we're going to get up here this evening. Indeed, Mr. Smith. My thoughts exactly. Oh, let's see if we can... we can go to exclamation mark history, followed by the Hunter. The Hunter is spelt all as one word. And you can see how many times we've streamed it and how many hours we've spent streaming it. I think we're back actually the height that we were before we went on a bit of a tangent. We've already done 8 and nearly 9 hours of June, have we, Mr. Swift? Oh, hang on, I think we're going to make it. I think we're going to make it, everyone. I think we're going to do it. Can I make that jump? Oh, I can't. Oh. We'll slap a tent down up here. Oh, if we slip here, then I am going to be most disgruntled. We did it, everyone. Now we can see the rest of the world. Right, let's see if we can slap a tent down here. It is a bit more finicky now to slap a tent down than what it used to be. Oh, hang on. We now have a checkpoint, everyone. But there we go. We made it kind of to the top. Just to check on the thing here. Right, let's follow the ridge along a little bit, because at least now it should be easy enough. And we'll see if we can get to the actual peak and take a nice little look. That looks really nice, doesn't it? If I think, oh, and I'll stick that on Discord later. This must be the highest point. Oh, no, it goes a bit further. But this is the way to get a nice view of the thing we wanted here. And the Reptile Kingdom, get my words out, Reptile Kingdom, welcome in from the other end. But thank you for joining us again then, thank you for the follow there, mate. Oh, this is a really, the lighting right here is really nice. I'll put it onto this so we can see here. But this looks really nice, doesn't it, from up here? I definitely like the look of this map. We're going to have to, I mean, I'm not going to get it, I'll in my own time, I'll finish opening up all these little bits here. Hi, I'm on this end now, he says. Welcome to the dark side. But thank you for joining us as well there, mate. What could possibly go wrong? As long as we're not hunting reptiles, we'll be all right. Yeah, I think we'll wrap up here. I think we've done quite reasonable. I mean, we've gotten set to where we're not supposed to be, which is always one of my goals in any game. I don't want to be on the dark side. Come to the dark side. We have better parties. But yeah, the view is really nice from up here. But yeah, in my own time, I'll finish getting all these points, and then we'll maybe just come back in a few weeks' time and do the story campaign, and see what the story is for this this place. Well, just look at that. I've got over the 1 million again there in the thing. Right. What I'm gonna do, but before we go, oh, they moved out. I need to go back to the main menu. Back to the main menu before we do anything, because Mr. Smith likes to see the House of Death. Now, how do you get into this again? Because I believe they changed it. So if I go to create, not reserve, but a large RE private launch, I think this works. Oh, actually, after the update, let's see if I can still get out of bounds. We'll have a quick run around in here. I'm not going to go through the whole explanation that I normally do, telling you about all the animals, like I normally do when we go to the hunting lodge. We'll just have a 2-minute run around. Ah, there we go. See, there's a couple of red deer in here. But all my diamonds, my great ones, special fur types that we've got all banging around here. See, all more diamonds. Someday I'll decorate the guns on the walls, but you know. Ah, what a lovely room of death. We got the raccoon. Uh-oh, hang on a second. Are they classed as reptiles? You didn't see anything. There's not. No, you didn't. There's nothing there. Nothing there at all. But yeah, there'd be a lot of diamonds in here. Some great ones scattered around. Some rare fur types. No, your brother. But yeah, there are definitely one or two red. There's definitely one or two red deers in here. But these be the shiny great ones. I can't remember which great one though now of these two were the first and second ones. A few more diamonds over here as well. Let's have a look and see if we can still get out of bounds on here. I'm not going to walk all the way to the world border again. If you want to see the world border, go and have a look at the previous streams. The playlist will be put onto Discord. Oh, there we go. We can still get out of bounds. The playlist will be put onto Discord at the end of the stream, or if you're looking at it on YouTube, the list of the playlist will be just below. Yeah, you see, this only goes this far. And it's about 2 kilometers till the end of the world, where it just drops down into the oblivion. We can come around and we can have a little look at the house, because there's like wall textures missing because you're not supposed to be here. The big windows here. See, just blank. Nothing going on here. And there, the big room of death. But once you get through this like initial, I don't know, 10 meters or so of trees that surround the house, it opens up a little bit. I mean, there's still like trees and stuff like that, but they get a lot wider apart. So you get to the very end where the grass disappears. I wonder if they've made some changes here. I don't remember there being an incline. But yeah, this is out of bounds. Hang on, right. Now we need to go and do the thing before we do the other thing. That wasn't next to the desktop, was it? Come on. I'll always find a way to get out of bounds, Happy. I will not be contained. Here we go. Let's exit to desktop, because now that the game's over, closed, we should be able to. Also, 606 hours is what we've got in there. I thought it was closer to 700 or more. Oh well. Still a fair amount of hours, but I suppose I haven't really played that much in the last like 18 months, 2 years. I haven't really played that much. But let's press some buttons now, though, and let's go and see who is on that we can go and abuse. Or I can burp with as well. So sausage rolls are coming back. Hang on. We're actually on quite late today. Oh, it's 12:30. I should be giving Chips a midnight feed. So let's go and give this fella some abuse. I haven't managed to catch him online for ages. Just because he seems to have like... it must be like the clock changes between us and the colonies. I think it's just like pushed us 1 hour beyond apart. So I never really jump over to see him anymore. Because it seems like an hour later that he starts. I assume it must be that the clock's changing and what have you. But let's go over and we're going to go and say hello. He be playing the Death Stranding 2. I haven't played I haven't played the first one yet. I wanted to do it on stream, but there's no way to the copyrighted music, so I kind of play it. And you know, I don't risk the copyrighted music. But okay, let's press some buttons here. But thank everybody for joining this evening. Thank you to those that have come to join us for the first time as well. We hope that you'll come back and cause some more trouble. If in doubt, blame Gary, because he's usually guilty of something. Tomorrow night we are back with Dune, and don't believe what the schedule says. We're not playing Splitgate on Thursday. We're going to play Dune on Thursday as well. I just haven't seen, because I was too busy playing Dune today to check to redo the schedule. Okay, let's jump over. We're going to go and see to vaults here. So thank you all for watching. Have a good night, and we'll see you all next time. Wrong button.
Thank you for joining me today. If you are enjoying our journey and would like to see more, then please rate, comment, favourite and subscribe in whichever manner your chosen platform allows. If you are joining us on Twitch, Mixer or YouTube, where we have loads more for you to watch, from our live streams to all our episodes across our various series. You can also drop by and say hi over on Discord, where we chat about everything from Minecraft to books and movies to tabletop games. But most importantly, thank you very much for watching and have a lovely day.